fellas, got a quick question for you. So, when it comes to Lori Harvey, do you see that whole situation as her being a thought or her being just like a regular guy and just dating around? Because I'm seeing a lot of people like, oh, she dated everybody. She out here and she in these streets. She's a thought. But when you think about it, guys do the same thing. So
But let me,
Yeah.
why? Just because she done got like the finest man on earth right now, I think he's one of those, like in the magazines, that's what they say.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's hating on
so
her.
so I can touch on this. Like, um, it's different for Lori Harvey, and I actually talked about this in another on a different episode on a different podcast. But my take is it's Lori Harvey. Um, she's a celebrity. She doesn't run in the same circles as me and you, or regular everyday person who isn't as famous. You know what I'm saying? So here's how I look at it, because I think I saw a meme too, and the meme was something like, no, matter of fact, it was a question posed on Twitter, and it was like, do you want Sierra's prayer or Lori Harvey's finesse?
I saw that.
Right. So here's the thing. If you break it down, Michael B. Jordan is in his mid 30s, maybe, or close to it. And then you got Lori Harvey, who's 10 years his junior. So
Hmm.
that being said, my mindset when I'm her age is a lot different than what I am at my current age now, which is almost 10 years older than her. She is having fun. She is
Hmm.
dating. She
Hmm.
is enjoying herself. So at first, when I thought about it, I was like, yo, she out here in these streets. But technically, she's in these streets, but we are all making assumptions based on the fact that she's in the
Mm-hmm.
limelight. She was born into the
Right.
limelight because of
Hmm.
her family and where she is. So we get to see her every move. So it looks like she's hopping from person to person. But in a
Right.
sense, we all did that anyway. We all
That's
dated.
Right.
exactly.
We all did that.
Exactly.
So she isn't necessarily finessing anyone. This girl is having fun. She's living her life and
Mm-hmm.
she is dating. Sierra was hopping from person to person before she was with Russell Wilson. Like, let's just put it
The
out
other
there. She's on
Sierra,
the same.
the
Yeah, yeah.
singer Sierra,
The
Sorry,
singer
sorry.
clarification.
Sierra.
Goodies
You might
Sierra.
you, you might need to change your language or hopping from person to person. It sound kind of bad,
Well,
bro.
I
well,
mean, she
well.
was
No, like not like I
I
get
get
what
what
you're
you're
saying.
saying
So
though.
yeah. So let me
Jinx.
change my language. Uh, not necessarily hopping from person to person, but literally dating this next
Hmm.
person and this next person. Like, she experiences life differently. So it's just
Exactly.
it's almost like saying her tax bracket is different because it is like
Hmm.
she's dating top tier men because she is a celebrity. She is
Mm.
around top tier
Allegedly.
individuals and people. Right.
Allegedly top
Allegedly.
tier.
Right. uh that sounds real hater, bro, but
I know,
um
really.
but no.
Hey, I don't care. I'll be that. I'll
Are
be a
you
hater.
but
mad? Are you mad
but
though?
A little bit.
no, I just think that she has the wrong or negative connotation just because she's in the limelight. That's my view on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we can
Thank you.
assume that she's doing this and doing that, but she's young, and she's living life, and
Yeah.
we don't necessarily know what she's doing. So is it
Yeah.
really a finesse when you're just young and you got money?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
beautiful.
I 100% agree with you, Greg. You said exactly what I was thinking. I think that the perception of it is blown out of proportion because she's so in the limelight, and the guys that she's dating are very much in the limelight as well, right? So
Mm.
I don't think that she's doing anything different than any other woman out here or any other man out here. I think she's just doing the same thing we all do,
Mm.
but because she's such a famous name, and these people that she's dating are such famous people that it always gets reported. So it looks like, to us, oh, she in the streets because we've put these people on a pedestal, and we're like, I don't know. I guess we expect that because two celebrities are dating that they're going to be dating forever or for a long time
Hmm.
or whatever the case may be. It's just like anybody else. Just like me, if I start dating a woman and we go on a few dates and then if I decided, hey, this not working out, we decide it's not working out, and I go start dating another girl, the only difference is nobody's taking pictures of me going
Nobody
out with just
do.
two
Exactly.
different with these
Exactly.
Exactly.
women. So that's literally the only difference. And we don't know what she's doing or not doing in these relationships. So
Exactly.
who are we
Who are
to
we to
call her a
judge?
thought? We don't know what is she doing. So
And
it ain't like,
go ahead. Sorry.
no, I was just gonna say, I mean, it's not like, she's, there's women who are actually like essentially prostituting out here and going from
Mhm.
men to men, trying to get money or whatever the case may be, and they're actually doing bad things, or but we don't know what she's doing. So and it don't seem to be that. So I don't think we should call her a thought or that she falls into that category. That's my opinion.
They're in
Ebony.
a different tax bracket than me. Um, and I think most women who are probably having a hard time with it, like the way Michael B. Jordan looks, right?
Mhm.
And then
Mhm.
probably are like, why does she get to date all of these highly successful, good looking men, right? But
Mhm.
the relationships don't last that she has been in. Two, like Cam said, she is running very different circles than we do. And so she's able to meet these guys. I mean, who else would she date? Essentially, like
Exactly.
she's not going to the post office to date anybody. Like
Right.
she has more money than probably all of us combined at this point. So, well, not speaking for y'all, but I speak for myself. So I think that she's young. She should date. Um, and I think we see Michael B. Jordan, because he's older, as someone who is almost ready to settle down. So that's a little shocking that, maybe, I don't know if her mindset is the same. I know for me, and I'm curious to hear from you guys. Um, what do you think about, like, you guys we're all in our 30s at this point. What do you think about dating somebody in their 20s? I think that's the bigger question for me versus, you know, who she's actually
Um,
dating.
I I can only speak for myself.
Mhm.
But I can look at it from two different perspectives. I can look at it as though and this might sound bad, but I'm trying to be transparent here and raw. That she's a trophy because she's gorgeous, you know what I'm saying? And he's just like
Mhm.
he's having fun too. Even though he's older than her, he could still be like, I'm just trying to have fun and enjoy myself. Maybe
Mhm.
he has a perception of his own that was already predetermined that says, I don't really know if you're gonna be able to last in a relationship, but you look good and we can be fly and do fly things together. So let's just no,
Right.
really, and we can
True.
do and be fly together and do fly things.
Yep.
Because he didn't have no problem, posting that pic. They post simultaneously. It was all cute and stuff. You know what I'm saying for
Mhm.
Mhm.
Christmas. You know what I'm saying. So like let's be trophies together because they are an amazing, visually pleasing couple, right? So that being said, it's like maybe he's looking at it like that, or he could be like, maybe I can be the man that that can change, or if she is looking, if she's serious, because he we don't know what he's thinking, but
Or what she's thinking.
predetermination or what she's thinking, right? But from his point of view, to your point, Ebony, as far as like what he could be thinking as 10 years older than her is maybe he is ready to settle down, and it could be potential for her because we don't know what her lifestyle consists of as far as like who she's been dating or what she does. That's her business, right? And she can do as she pleases, and so it's like he may be thinking, I've been had my eye on her for a while, and maybe we can this can be something that can be long term, and there's some longevity there or something. We don't know, but to me, from my perspective, I'm like, I don't know, because I've always had an interest in mindset too. I mean, obviously, looks are a thing. You have to be physically attracted to someone. I feel like, what I'm saying, from my opinion, from my standpoint, you have to be physically attractive. But, if we're going off of mindset, I don't know if he's necessarily like, thinking to himself like, we can be, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we don't know. This is only assumption. So for me, I don't know. It would be hard for me if I was single to try to be, or potentially be serious with someone that's 10 years younger than me. It just is, it's just rough. So the fact that it would be rough for me. So the fact that they're celebrities, I honestly think that plays a part, but I could be wrong.
Mhm.
Cam?
Yeah. So um, I'll say this: I've dated women who are younger than me, like not quite 10 years, but I've dated women who are 5, 6 years younger than me, right?
Mhm.
And w- what I've found is that a lot of times when you're a little bit older, that the younger women, they're fun to hang out with and stuff like that, right? So their their relationships are fun, but there's not always much substance there.
Right.
So that would be my concern as far as their relationship is concerned. But I don't know, so I don't know what his intentions are, what her intentions are. So she might be, I think that people mature on different levels,
Mhm.
and want what they want on different levels. So, her, I don't know how old she is, 25 or whatever the case may be, 24, 25. She might be further along, as far as what she wants. Maybe she's dated, some of these other celebrities, and she's like, I really want to settle down. And maybe she sees that in Michael B. Jordan, and that's
Mhm.
what she wants to do. And maybe he sees that in her, and they're matching their intentions. I don't know, but I don't. You know, with that being said, I don't see an issue with a man in his 30s dating a woman in her 20s. Like, I don't. I think as long as your intentions match, and y'all look good to go. And even if they don't, as long as everybody know what's up, it is what it is, right?
Yeah, I
So,
think that
uh,
to me, I know personally an age gap is is a lot because sometimes you might not be well. I mean, people really don't care about wit and uh mindset sometimes when they're dating. They just feel like,
mhm,
if you're good for it this time, then you're good at this
Right.
time.
yeah,
But what I will say about Lori is, at least she's leveled up every time she's, dated, right? So she ain't,
She's
it ain't
learning.
like she's leveling down. She's like, all right, I got this one. I got this one. Now I
mhm,
would say to her, if I could say anything, was slow down just a little bit, you know, date, but maybe publicly slow down a little bit just because I don't know in Hollywood if it's that many guys that you
She
can
might
really
run
date
out.
on that level. You might run out. That's the only
yeah,
thing.
Right.
At 24, honestly, if I can go back, I probably would date a lot more than I did. I don't think I really was dating around a lot when I was 24. So um, I don't think anything is wrong with it. I think it's just like you guys said, it's because it's in the public eye, and
yeah,
you can scrutinize what she's doing and saying, when you were just with someone else last week.
Right.
right.
And
And it,
Cam, no, I was just gonna say, Cam, what you said, like, um, about the age gap. I just think it's important to touch on that, um, statistically, and women mature quicker and faster than men.
faster, yeah,
Um, I think it's important to put that into put that into context as far as like the
for
maturity
sure.
thing. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because she very well, to both of you guys' point, just could be like, I'm through playing games. I'm ready to move forward,
Hmm.
because her maturity at 24, is could be a lot more mature than a guy that's 34.
Yeah, that's
Right.
You
true.
know what I'm saying? So I think that that's big
Yeah,
too.
yeah. I would just say from my perspective that if I'm 33, and if I was dating a girl now that was 23, 33, or 23, 24, or whatever, honestly, I would go into that relationship more so like, I'm gonna have fun and see where this goes, but I'm not thinking in my head that this is going to be a long-term relationship. If it turns into that, great. But honestly, if I'm start dating a girl that young, I'm not thinking at all. I'm thinking like, all right, we're gonna have fun, we're gonna date, see how this goes, and then we'll move from there.
It's so
So,
funny that most guys are willing to date someone that age. Most women aren't. Like, I couldn't
mhm.
imagine dating someone 25, 24 right now.
As I talk to someone who is 27. But look, I do like
27 is
that.
a good age though.
I guess I was 34, but hey,
Mm.
it is what it is. It was just a little, little talky thing. It wasn't serious.
Mm.
But
That
I will say
that's not bad though. It's 27, 34, and when we're older, like
that's
that's
what
not
I was
For a
bad.
gonna say.
woman, it's a little bit more.
It was hard because I was like, dang. But his maturity level, because of his career, had him to me on my level.
Mm.
And so I was fine with it. And then when we go back to the age, okay, if they're 10 years younger than you and you're 30 and they're 20, that's a lot different than them being 10 years younger than you and you're 50 and they're 40,
Right.
because
Right.
your
Right.
mentality will be more aligned then. But when when
Yeah.
you're 30 going down, it's
That's a
kind
good
of,
point.
it's
Hmm.
not going to be the same. But if
Yeah.
you're 40 going down, it's a little bit better. But I do
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Yeah.
how nobody on here said that she was a thought, that
Oh,
she was hopping around, because I think that's what a lot of people at first were thinking, like, oh, she with everybody, she doing this, she doing that. And I'm like, but she's dating and everybody does that. So
Mhm.
you just mad because who she got. You're not mad
Right.
that she's
Right.
dating everybody. You mad because she got all those people you probably dreamed of dating, and now she really got
Right.
Michael B. Jordan, abs and all.
but then
So
they say Michael used to only date white girls.
Mhm.
I mean, people change. People's
I mean, she's
flavor
not far
change.
off
Let's
from being white.
let's just put it in perspective.
Oh.
She's
Oh.
on the latter end of the spectrum here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
She has long hair. She's on the lighter end of the spectrum. So
Mm.
um
She's a
yeah, that's
toasted
all I'll say on
rainbow.
that.
She can be toasted.
Oh,
On
okay,
occasion.
let's say this since you guys were talking about her looks. Do you think if Lori was, I want to say two things, if she was of darker complexion, would it be an issue of her dating him? And if she didn't have her looks, if we take looks out of it and she looked completely different.
Would the world care that she was
I
homie hopping? Not homie hopping.
Go ahead,
I
Cam. You
Yeah.
got
I
this one.
think listen. I'm interested to see what people's reaction to my comment is going to be, because I might get some backlash on this, but I'm gonna be real. If she was darker skinned, I think she would be more supported by women from what she's doing.
I agree. 100%. I agree.
I think
I don't think
if
there
she
would be
was
as much hate.
darker skinned, if she was darker skinned, she would have more support, and they'd be like, "You go, girl. You go, girl. I promise
Yeah,
you."
I agree.
especially
I agree
nowadays.
100%.
Mhm.
I agree a whole.
Yeah.
If it was Lupita,
Right.
instead of
Yep.
Lori, um,
People would be
it
like,
would be
yes,
it
It'd
would be a
be
whole
Leah.
bunch of
freaking parade outside.
emojis.
You right.
You go, girl. Yes, black
Hmm.
love.
You did that. Yep.
Because of the way she
Yes.
looks, women are hating.
Mhm.
Women are hating.
Okay.
Not all women, but some women.
Hmm.
Majority of women, or excuse me, I won't even say majority of women. Majority of the comments that I have seen on their post are from women, and those comments, yo, yeah, that disclaimer is love right there. And those comments are of saltiness or hate. And I do agree with Cameron, and I think it's based off her looks,
Yeah.
and maybe not just her looks, but also maybe her history and what people are perceiving her as.
Right.
Mhm.
I think that plays a part too. But I agree. I agree with Cam 100%.
So this is interesting. So since we're on the topic of skin color, there is a song out by, I don't know the girl's name, but she's dating the baby. Do y'all know her
Danny
name?
Lay. Danny
Yes,
Danny
Lay.
Lay.
she has this
Hmm.
song out called Yellow Bone.
Hmm.
And people are saying that she should have never released the song because we already have colorism issues in the community, even though she is not technically black. Um,
Hmm.
what do you guys think about releasing a song? In context, the song says something like, dang it, I don't want to misquote the song. The song is trash, but and it's trash because not what she's saying is just trash, just because
Yeah.
it's just trash.
Yeah.
But gotta go look at the good old shade room because I really don't know what the song says. But come on, it is like it's something like don't be mad because give him what he want, basically. Like give him what he want
Mm.
is yellow bone. Like She didn't say he wouldn't want anybody dark skinned, but just give him what he
Mhm.
wants.
So, I think I know what you're talking about. I remember scrolling and I saw a clip of it, and so here's my take on it, right? Because we actually touched on Danny Lay, didn't we? Didn't we, Cam?
Yeah, we did like our second episode or something.
Yeah, and we kind of touched on her being kind of perceived as a pick me. That we had discussed like the word pick me, and we'll not talk about that right now. But the way I see it is, I think that um, timing is everything.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
from what I heard, as far as that song is trash, um, I, I I I I think that's why I skipped over it because I was like, oh, ew, that's trash. But beyond that, if if it's colorism that she's getting the backlash for, she has to really pay attention to um timing of things. Number one, people already dislike you, and it's not because of you, because they don't know you. They dislike you because who you chose to be with. Like, let's just put that out there. I feel like she gets a lot of backlash because of the baby and his maybe previous relationship with like his baby mama or ex-girlfriend or what have you. I think that's where majority of her backlash comes from, and the fact that his baby mama's a brown skinned woman. She's brown skin or
Mhm.
dark skin or what have you, right? And so you come up, you come up later after he's moved on, where it looks like you were involved with him anyway while he was trying to do or get something together with his baby mama or anything like that. So you already got people that dislike you for that anyway. I think the
Mhm.
majority of the backlash comes from that. But as far as timing, maybe she wasn't really trying to assess like any type of superiority as far as like
Mm-hmm.
the way she looks or anything like that. But timing is a real thing, and
Mhm.
you cannot come out afterwards saying something like that because it's going to look like you are saying basically because of my skin tone the way it looks,
Right.
and you have to
Yeah.
take ownership. You have to take ownership of that.
Yeah.
Because if you are a celebrity, which I feel like she is, she's famous.
Mm.
You should you should have someone in your ear, whether you have a publicist or not, that says, hey, you know what, it's probably not a good idea to drop this music right now because I'm telling you the way it's going to look,
Mm.
even if you don't
Yeah.
do that. And especially if the content, because I don't want to misquote it either. I don't know all of the lyrics, but I do remember a piece of, and it's like her just kind of flaunting and all this other stuff, and I'm just like, it's probably just it's not the best idea. So when it comes
Yeah.
to my the way I feel about it is like timing is everything, and that was just the wrong time to drop it. And also, if it's trash too, like it's awful. It's awful. I hate the song.
Can I just say that both of you guys use the same word to describe the song?
Oh, that is trash.
Trash. Yeah.
That's sad. I haven't even heard the song, but you said trash. Ebony said trash. I'm gonna listen to it and see if it's
Yeah.
trash. But
It's trash. This
all
the
the
way that
words
she
in the
sings on it. The way that she sings on it is makes it trash over even the
oh.
content of it, which is because she's a pretty good artist overall. But yeah, that song was trash
Poor
from what I've
baby.
heard of it. I only heard like a clip, but it didn't sound good at all. But I'll be quick. I think that the timing. I ain't gonna even say timing. I just think it was not a good look.
Mm.
Honestly, like you probably should not be dropping tracks talking about you being a yellow bone and your man like you being a yellow bone and that type of thing. So it just kind of reflects badly, I think, on her and on the baby too, because even though he probably is the one like hyping it up and he probably calls her that and is like encouraging it.
Yeah,
But
I didn't mean to cut you off, but like
no, you good.
I think it's important to touch on who it is that's dropping the music,
Hmm.
because I feel like if it was another light skinned chick that said that wasn't maybe dating the baby, or she, or because what, like, I don't know, maybe it's like light skinned Keisha or something. And she drops a song like that and she's just promoting like her skin tone. I feel like the scenario may be different, because
Mm.
It's the
if it was a dark
content.
skinned woman, yeah, if she was a dark skinned woman and she dropped, I'm chocolate, I'm fine, she about to get blowed up. just a random
Mhm.
person. You know what I'm saying? So I think who it's coming from too.
Like Beyonce
It,
did Brown Skin Girl, and
brown skinned girl. Nobody said
nobody said
anything about that.
anything.
That's a good point.
But it was
That's a
more
good. That is
empowering.
a good
Like it was
point.
more like
But yeah, I think it's a yeah, I think it's the content of it, the way probably the way that the music is being presented, the way that the content of it is being presented.
And I don't think we said it, but is she black? Like I don't know. Like
no, I think she
because
like Dominican.
I
She
think that was part
Like,
of it. I think that was part of it too. Like
I
I
just
don't know.
saw I just saw a pic or a post from the shade room. I was looking it up too. She says, I'm Dominican, I'm Spanish, I'm black, I'm white. Leave me alone. That was
She's everything.
she tweeted that apparently. So I guess she mixed up.
okay,
Um
so why does she have to say
or maybe she if she's just Dominican, you know, I mean Dominicans
They're
technically most
basically
Dominicans
black.
are black. Yeah.
They
I
are
remember
black.
she did in that song use the word switch up. I think she said that he had to switch up or something like that. That
uh,
also
Oh,
that's also a
yeah.
bad look.
That's a bad look.
I do remember that. She said like he switched up or something like that. She used the
I
word
think
switch
that
up.
yeah, I think the big when you talking about skin colors, complexion, if you're not elevating or promoting, then you know it's not going to
Not a
be
good look.
taken. Yeah, it's not going to be taken the right way. So yeah, unless you be doing something encouraging like brown skin girl, or like you doing like a Kendrick, like the Black of the Berry, something like that.
Mhm.
Those type of songs get celebrated because you pumping up people.
Mhm.
But I think with hers is a little bit more like braggadocious um and not so much like encouraging. It was like more so like bigging herself up and not like more empowering a group of people. That's
Mhm.
probably the issue.
I think if she didn't
Mhm.
say yellow bone, like give him what he wants, I'm fine with
Mm-hmm.
that. If he wants you, that's okay. But just saying like give him what he wants, a yellow bone, like I don't know.
Hmm.
Maybe if
Yeah,
the song was
interesting.
better, I would be like, oh well, I don't see it.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. I always say if the song is good, people don't really care what you
Mm.
say if the song is good. But honestly, all publicity is good publicity. So she'll be back. People forget about it in a week, and she'll probably be more popular afterwards than she was before.
I
I
think
don't know.
too, you guys already said this, but the timing, and then also, if you look on social media, a lot of the men go for the light skin, the
Mm,
model esque woman,
yeah.
and so I think that has a lot to do with it too.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Especially like who are you making the song for? That's the thing for me. Like,
Hmm.
is it for what type of women are you making? Only light skinned women can listen to this, or
Without hearing the song, it just sounds like it's almost like a diss track to his ex.
Right.
what they said, which is even more wrong,
Hmm.
because it's like, okay, he wants you. You think he wants you because you light skin? Like,
Yeah.
I think a lot of times artists or celebrities, they leave like that person they feel like is normal whenever they get with the next person. I get with someone in their industry or.
Mhm.
So I feel like it's
Yeah.
really hate. Like, who hates on the ex like that anyway?
Everybody. That's an everyday woman
I
thing.
don't know.
Like
Though. Everybody
everybody.
be trying to flex on their ex though. For real.
Right. I mean, I don't think you got to be famous for
Because
that. That's gonna
if
happen.
I have to say something about you and like diminish who you are to this person, then that means that I feel like they don't really want to be with me. Or
Mm.
I'm in competition with you. Like, why I wouldn't even acknowledge the ex. Like, you at this point, you mean nothing.